How you all doing? Welcome back. We are TPKhaos, and the last time we ended off in the Fae, where, Inslee decided not to listen to Oberon whatsoever, decided to charge off into battle. They came back and then were bestowed the items they were supposed to get before, but they don't listen, right? So now, Oberon has just told you what you need to do to save the Fae. You need to go to the Abyss, and you need to bring back his queen, Titania. And together they will restore the Fae to proper working order. Now, in the last video we left off with you guys getting teleported close enough to where the beacon is. He also gave you a little flower, and that flower is kind of leading your way like a guiding light to where you need to go. So when you guys come out of the portal, you are in a dark wood. You see the same kind of seeping ooze that you just saw in the Fae, and it's starting to infect the forest. But Inslee has the flower. As Inslee's holding the flower, it kind of shines with the bright bioluminescence of the Fae's colors, and it points you in a general direction of north.
All right, let's go, guys. Watch out for that nasty stuff. Yeah. That stuff's gross. I really don't like it.
Yeah. So walking just straight north through the Fae, you guys eventually notice that the murk starts getting deeper and deeper. Whereas on Uncle Mount, it was, it's barely above his foot. Now it's up to where his ankles are. For a small guy like Inslee, it's almost up to his torso.
Oh, no, I hover.
You hover everywhere.
100%. I am not touching that if I have an option. I like to stay clean.
But as you guys are making your way through, it's almost like this haze of just murk and disgust is hanging over, and you guys almost run into a big building. It's so thick. But when the haze parts a little bit, you see that you're in a town, and inside the town you hear what can almost be described as a heartbeat just beating softly.
That's not ominous.
And Alluvia would know the rhythm of it. It's almost like the old one just beckoning, just pulsing.
That's where we need to go.
Is it? How do you know? Are you sure?
I am very familiar with this feeling.
All right. Well, over the time we've spent together, I really trust you, and I'm going to put my life in your hands.
Do you?
Of course, you're my friend. We fought next to each other. I love you like a brother. You helped rescue the Fae with me, man. Me and you, we're tight.
Remember, right? You know what? It's my problem, so now it's your problem, and you're all going to die for 100% camaraderie, right?
Push come to shove, you call upon your friends to help. And you answered the call.
Pieces next to you. Bring them up here.
I don't know. I was kind of covering my eyes and cowering in the corner the entire time.
I just, man, that for some reason that just inspired me to fight harder. I appreciate it.
I feel like it was more of a distraction to the enemy.
No one knows why Inslee does what he does, but it's okay. We all don't forgive him, but we accept him. So now, as you guys come into the town, the flower is pointing almost directly north still. And as you take steps closer towards the town, the beating almost gets heavier. But only Alluvia can hear it.
Interesting.
What's the matter?
Nothing.
Nothing? You all right? You seem just a little distracted all of a sudden.
I'm just very interested in what's ahead.
Can I insight on him?
100%.
12. I don't have, I have advantage, but I don't have a modifier. 12. 2 12s.
All right, go ahead and just, what's just your passive for that?
For what?
So just
passive insight.
I mean, I'm not trying to hide anything theoretically, but
So,
I'm just trying to get a read on him because he acting a little funny.
What's just your passive insight?
Passive insight is a +0. So that's a 10. That's a straight 10.
So you get the feeling that she's not telling you everything, but you also remember, she hasn't been very forthcoming with information throughout this entire time you've been traveling. So yeah, it could be anything.
Well, I do understand she's works with the
old one. You would know that.
And we in the fair are somewhat familiar with the what do you call it? The far realm.
The far realms, yeah, or the outer realms, either or. They're interchangeable. Wizards of the Coast, yeah, fix the naming conventions. If you're going to make one name mean one thing, just leave it that way. All right. So now the flower that Inslee's holding is still pointing north. Did you guys want to try to survey the town in any way, or are you just going to keep going straight?
I'm going straight to whatever's pulling me forward.
Can I?
I'm going to take a little look-see.
I want to, creep in. I want to just fly up and try and get a survey if I can. If it's
because the town's actually pretty large size. We'll say Uncle Mountain can go to my left, and then Inslee can go to my right. And Inslee's going to fly up. You notice that the building in front of you that you're flying over, as you're getting like higher and higher, like through the smog of it, you can tell the building's almost like been consumed by this sludge. Like when you look close to the walls, it's like almost dripping down off of it and onto the ground.
And did we have a telepathic link in this one?
Mm-mm.
No.
I have a telepathic link every now and then. Like I can make it up when I feel like it.
Okay, I will.
But I have to be the one to do it.
While I'm up here, what am I, about 30 feet?
So if you're going to the very top of the house, yeah, about 30 feet up, I'll let you roll for your perception, and then I'll let Uncle Mountain roll for his perception. Because you both are seeing basically about half the town right now.
Perception is pretty good. That's a 17 plus 0.
Uncle Mountain?
I got 11 because I rolled a 4.
Oh, man. Well, see, you average those out. It's still a pretty good number. It's like a 14, 15 average.
Yeah.
So we'll go ahead and put those in a circle kind of around that center point right there.
I just got a little goo in my eyes. That's why I'm having problems seeing.
See, that's why you got to stay clean. Don't touch that stuff. It's gross.
Gross, bro. That's coming from me.
There we go.
I've seen this guy wallow around in mud.
Yeah, I
Hey,
like
you
reached
should try
down,
sometime.
touched it, and I was like, "Oh, it's
Yeah.
kind of gross." And I tried to rub it off on my face, and it got in my eye a little
It's in
bit.
my cracks, and then like it just doesn't get
Oh,
out.
yeah.
No.
So as you guys go up and take a look, go ahead and move Uncle Mountain like on the other side of the building. There you go. So now there are 4 beings, and they almost look like skeletons where the flesh has almost ripped off, but it's just like hanging on barely. These flesh monsters are walking around slowly, almost like they're sentinels guarding something, but they're kind of just moving around in a small circle around a rather large fountain in the middle of town. But the fountain is not pouring out water. It's pouring out that black sludge that you guys have been traveling through for probably a good couple miles in the Fae and then a couple miles here. So I will let's see here. Inslee's the highest up. Roll insight.
Good one. 14. Wait, I have advantage on insight. I might get better. 14.
No,
Was that a 1?
that was
That
a
was a
7.
seven.
Oh, I thought it was a 1. That'd be great. So you can tell just by looking at them, you don't think that they're not mindless, but they're not exactly sentient either. They're following what's almost like they're being ordered to do something, but they're not really looking around too much. They're kind of just walking in a circle around. So you can probably realize it's easier just to go like on the outsides of the town and then come back in.
I've seen this bull crap before.
I will cast minor illusion right over here onto the ground, and it'll say, I don't know what these guys are. They don't seem to be mindless, but they're not super intelligent, kind of like they're being controlled by something. Might be smarter to go around on the outside of town.
The heck is that on the floor?
Spooky.
P.S. This is Inslee.
Okay.
Oh, I see. I can't read.
And then I'll change the eyeball on the floor, or the writing on the floor into an eyeball and say, I can see up your butt.
Nice.
Looking up Doku's butt, you're scarred for life at how dirty it is.
I'm not looking. It's just an eyeball. It's an illusion.
Someone has to pay for the crime that you just committed.
Okay, you can't tell the difference between my poop and the mud.
Good. That is an exactly right answer.
That's why I roll around in it. It camouflages it.
And as Olivia gets closer to the center of the town, the pulsing just gets heavier. It's not really beating faster. It's almost like the beats are being like drawn out more and more. What are you guys doing?
I'm gonna meet up with the rest of them over there.
Okay. And then there, it's kind of hard to tell because this isn't exactly 1-to-1 scale. Nothing we do is, but to where the left is basically where Aluvia's looking, that is just like a narrow series of backward streets. So you can easily walk through there and around.
So you just want to like tippy-toe around here?
I want to go towards that fountain.
Oh, no,
don't.
I saw the fountain. It's nothing but that black goo spitting out. You don't want to go there. That's
Exactly.
way gross. There's nothing there. It's just a black fountain spitting out black goo with like dead people or zombie controlled. I don't know. They're weird.
I want to know why it's spewing out that black ooze.
Because it's gross.
So if you want to, what would that be? I'll let you do, I guess that'd be insight.
Okay. Oops.
You don't know what's going on over there, do ya?
Not even close.
Come on. You just got to go
It's just
around.
because it's coming from that general direction, you can't tell if the beating's coming from the fountain or something beyond. You just can't tell.
I assume the flower's like pointing towards the gate at the far end of town.
Yeah, so like because as you're flying down, it was pointing like directly straight, like it was pointing towards the fountain. But as you're making that angle down, it slowly turns, going past the fountain
like that
towards,
direction.
because you can't really see anything. The haze is too thick past it, but it's not pointing directly at the fountain.
I'll point that out to these guys and be like, check it out. Look, it's not pointing towards the fountain. That's not what we're after.
Oh.
Surely that fountain means certain death. Have you seen that stuff? I don't want to jump in there.
I
I don't
mean,
know
the goo's
this.
gross.
It's pretty gross. I mean, that's
Yeah.
coming from me.
I mean, I've been on lots of
You know when
battlefields.
Doku
it's
calls it
kinda
out, it's
gross.
bad.
Right? You've seen some harsh stuff, and they still know it's
Yeah,
nasty.
like I've seen dead, decaying bodies. This is really gross.
Sorry, Olivia. You might be like family to me, but we're going to go around.
It's fine.
Yeah, so because the smog is so heavy, there's not even a check needed just to walk through. Go ahead and move your guys to where you want to stop at. Yes. All right, so who's up front, Uncle Mountain? I will let you roll the perception first.
Oh, let's hope this one's better than a 4. It's
No.
worse than a 4.
Oh, great.
It's 9.
This dude has a big modifier on that. He's just rolling like crap, so
I have
we're
a-
going to hope that does not continue.
That was a +7 and I rolled a 2.
Yes. Yes. All right, but the good thing is you don't have to be big smart to see the giant portal in front of you with a woman standing in front of it.
Perfect.
Who's that? Did she see us yet?
And almost as if when Inslee says that, she's sitting, because there's stairs leading up to the portal, she kind of is sitting on the bottom step, and she turns and she looks straight at Inslee and just like motions him over.
Hello?
Come.
I'll creep on over there nice and carefully.
So if you're going to go like straight past where those guys are, you will have to roll stealth. If you want to go around, you do not.
My stealth is 18. Actually, I have disadvantage on that. 12.
Barely.
Oh, nice.
Scared me for a second there.
All right, so I'll say that you lead your group members through because it was a close check, but the thing's mindless. It's kind of just like looking around, like it has this predestined route that it's looking around, and it doesn't catch you. So go ahead and move all 4 of you guys up to them. And as you get closer, what you see is a woman that almost looks timeless. She's wearing a silver veil and a silver dress. And you know that when Oberon described a gatekeeper, you would assume that this is what he was describing. The flower in your hand has also started glowing really bright. And when she sees that, she reaches out towards it and touches it. And it just kind of turns to stone, and then it just crumbles away into dust.
Ashes to ashes, dust to dust. So, hey, chick, you kind of look timeless. I see you like the silver look. I'm more into the gold myself, but you got a nice style there. It's not too bad. I appreciate that.
I would say that Oberon sent you.
Yeah. I'm like his right-hand man right now.
So you are here for Titania, then?
Yeah. You got her? Let's go. We need to get her out and get her home. Send her out.
Telepathically to Ensley, I don't think it's gonna be that easy.
Well, why wouldn't it be? We came here to get her. Like, now we just got to go home.
And as you're having this conversation, she does go into your mind and is like, normally I would urge caution, but in times of deep, dire importance such as this, some caution must be overlooked. But you must not foolishly wander into the dark. And you hear this like in your minds.
Mm-hmm.
So as you're having this conversation, it's almost like she almost hijacks it, kind of, and it kind of like snaps you back to attention. Now, being a servant of the Old One, you would kind of know the backstory of the Gatekeeper a little bit. And basically, she was once like you in service to the Old One. She ended up marrying a Fey god. And you know that her tragic backstory led her to becoming enslaved by the Old One, but not completely controlled by him. So when mortals or anyone would come to the Abyss seeking strength and power, she would try her best to lead them away, but she could never force them away. So she says to you, and she kind of like flicks her cloak a little bit and pulls out a lantern. And she holds it up for you to take.
I'll grab on it. So we came all this way, and this is what I get, a lantern. I can make lights with my hands.
That lantern will guide you in the dark.
Yeah.
Do not lose its light, or you will never find your way out again.
This one specifically.
Yes.
Oh, okay. I thought you just meant in general. In the dark, it lights up. It's like, no duh. Like, yeah. But okay, I get what you're saying.
I hope you keep that humor. Most things like that do not survive the dark.
I was joking. She don't know how stupid I am.
Ma'am, I'm the only one here that doesn't have a negative intelligence modifier.
That is very true. Yes, this party is full of idiots, and I'm not being mean. They're little idiots.
I mean, you said it makes light, so in the darkness, like, so does a campfire or a torch. I mean...
That lantern will guide you on your path. Be sure not to leave the path.
Oh, it's like the flower.
Yes.
Oh, I get it. I thought it was for magical darkness after he told me it would like only work in that spot, but okay.
And she's looking at you like you are just like your intelligence is like down here, and she's thinking in her mind, how do I dumb this down?
I'll step forward, be like, what other words of wisdom would you like to provide for us before we make our way?
Normally, as I said, I would urge caution and to turn back. There is nothing down there that cannot be gained on this plane. But as you have no choice, and the fate of the Fae hangs in the balance, I will allow you to ask 3 questions of me about the Abyss. And I will tell you a story of 4 tragic souls who wandered too far in the dark. So she's given you basically, you can ask her 3 questions, anything you want, and then she will tell you a little bit about just some mortals who wandered to the Abyss out of greed or envy or lust. And then, yeah, you guys can get it. So
will the fate change me personally?
That's the
or
question.
The what is it? The Abyss change me?
If you wander too far into the dark and you stay longer than a week, yes, the Abyss will consume you. But that is why I am offering you these. And she starts to like pull out a couple like marbles. Give me a 1d6.
Got it? 1.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
1.
I smell a TPK.
So there were several marbles in her hand. She hands Inslee a single marble.
Thanks.
That is a barrier that will
barrier?
protect you as you sleep from the harshness of the abyss.
Inslee, no. Drop it. Drop it. Give it. Thank you.
She feels almost so bad after watching this idiot and try to eat the marble that she looks over to Luvia and she hands Luvia 2 more. You may require these.
Don't eat them. They don't taste very good. Tastes like static. You ever taste like carbonated water? Yeah, tastes like that, like static.
What's carbonated?
When carbon molecules are in water and it fizzes, kind of like champagne or fuzzy wine.
Inslee is so dumb he has tried to eat a marble, yet he's smart enough to understand medium level science.
It's like whenever
I don't know. No, it's not like anything. It's just a bunch of BS I'm hearing right now is what it is.
It's whenever you hit the high score and it flips over to 1 again, and he gets 1 intelligence for like a
So what
little
you're telling
bit.
me is basically Inslee is like an old arcade game that's
Yeah.
outdated and yeah, okay. I think he's just an idiot, but we'll go with that idea, right? All right. So you asked 1 question that was kind of stupid, but you have 2 more.
I don't know.
What are all the words of wisdom you would? Oh, what? How do I want to word this?
I mean, because right now you just asked her for a
No.
dictionary. You said, "What are all the words of wisdom?"
Hey,
What
apple.
are all the words of wisdom you would feel are necessary offering to people like us who
Wow, that is
intend
the
to go into this portal?
open-ended question I've
Turn
ever
back.
heard.
Nothing is worth it down in the abyss. But giving your general situation and what you must do, I would say the less time you spend in the abyss, the less it will consume you.
Should we ask about bathroom breaks? Like, where do you poop it down there?
I just assume anywhere is
gotta
fine.
do it.
It's
Just
kind of
like-
gross, kind of like out here.
In the hall?
I like
or-
in how one episode Inslee went from like normal to a bumbling idiot. Like I like how that's changed so suddenly. Not a fan of it, but I mean, we'll keep going.
What do you mean
Ins-
normal to
Inslee,
a
you
bumbling
just-
idiot?
you-
Inslee asking questions like that is totally not out of character.
Inslee, you just
I
do it.
mean, I think
Like,
normally
you
the
just
questions
poop
are
on
like
the floor.
above, like subprimate, and now we're getting like really like below the belt here.
What? If you're taking a trip to a strange place, you might need to know where to go. Like, do they have
Is
showers
that going to be your
down there?
third question? You want to ask where's the
I'm
bathroom to
asking
this
these guys
goddess?
if we should ask that. Do you think we should ask that?
No, just
No.
do what I do.
Go wherever
just
you
go
want.
in your pants.
No, I
nasty.
mean, sometimes I pull them down and just poop wherever I want.
Like an animal? Ugh.
Yeah.
But they don't even have bird baths down there.
All right, so what is the third question?
What do you got, Doku? You're wise.
I don't got anything. I'm dumb as hell.
Yeah, so the lantern leads right there, I guess.
What are we looking for inside the abyss to find Titania?
If I know my master, I would say that he has her locked up in the darkest pit in the abyss. To get there, you will need to overcome trials. The lantern will lead you to 3 such trials in which you will need to succeed them to pass through. A test of bravery and courage to overcome the dark.
Cool beans.
I can do bravery and courage. I'm like the toughest guy from the Fae. And apparently now I'm the smartest one too, since, not many of them guys aren't around anymore.
I mean,
She thinks you're
Oberon's still
lying, and she
alive.
rolled a 26 to see through it, so she's just
What?
like, mm-hmm.
Can I contest that with the deception?
You sure can. It would have to be a 27.
That is possible.
I would say it's not possible. And she see through your lies.
26.
So close.
So unfortunate. I'll say this, because of like the bravado you put into it, she can't really tell if you're like full on lying or if there's some like half truths mixed in there. But she's like, maybe you won't die a horrible death. It's like in her own mind, this thing. Maybe he'll be okay.
Of course not. Have you seen this body?
And you're pointing to like your small fairy form. It's like nothing.
Like the strongest fairy out there.
He tries to do his arm up, and it's just like a puff of air, just like blows through it.
In my, I am in my small form currently.
100%, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So before she lets you go, she does mention that there are 4 people who came through there. She mentions a great strong man carrying a hammer on a holy mission to rescue his beloved. She talks about an old sorcerer whose lust for knowledge led him to seek the abyss in terms of finding immortality. She speaks of an elven king that was in search of a power so great it would let him fell any enemy. And she speaks of an orc that traveled down there to understand the true nature of fear. I will let you roll. So I will let you roll a history. You roll a history. You know, all 4 of you can roll for 1 history. That makes the most sense.
You roll a history. You roll a history. We all roll for history.
Because it makes the most sense. Some of you should know some of these.
I got a 2.
I got an 18.
So you don't know nothing. You don't know nothing.
Like a 3?
You definitely don't know nothing. Like, what is
Get my Alzheimer's, man.
Like, I don't know what you're talking about. I ain't never heard about these people. This is weird. Like, why would you even tell us? Who cares?
Okay, yeah.
This is like sitting in school or something. This
You'll
is so
find out. You'll
boring.
find. So the only thing that rings a bell to you is you do definitely recognize the orc that she's talking about. You remember him as being like one of the greatest of his kind, a true master of battle, and he always went into battle wearing black armor with a very peculiar black helm, and you know that he was never defeated in battle.
Well, I know about one guy.
Yeah, you probably would, nerd. You
Fair.
You paid attention in school, didn't you?
He pulls out like a pair of bifocals and puts them on.
Nerds.
I'm surprised I do not recognize any of these.
You know when your animal is just like limping, right? And you kind of just like let it walk off into the woods and die. I think this is what's about to happen to this party. So, you guys, I guess, are just going to jump right into the portal. Would you like to go like do the breakdance like backwards to the portal?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
You know what? I'll ask the one not, stupid person to roll. So go ahead and have Uncle Mountain roll a 1d4.
Let's see where we're going.
Ew.
I rolled a 2.
Speaking of a D4, before we fully step through the portal, I'm going to cast False Life on myself.
So you notice as you try to cast any magic near the portal, it feels like it's almost being absorbed by it.
Then I'll do it when I step through the portal.
Huh?
Then I'll do it once I step through the portal.
All right, so she's given you her warning. She's given you all that she can. She moves out of the way and allows you to step up the steps to the portal.
Okay.
Thanks for the eerie warning. We're out. Peace. And I fly backwards into the portal. All cool, like.
She holds up her hand and waits a moment.
What?
You're already gone. The 3 of you may yet live. This one, maybe not so much. I think Oberon may have mischosen his champion for this one. And then she's like, lets you go.
I don't think he had much of a choice. I'm pretty sure Ensley was one of the few.
I think he could have found a better one. I think he could have found a better choice.
Maybe.
All right, so you guys go through the portal, and it's almost complete and utter blackness, but it's not just the sight. It's almost like you hear nothing and you feel nothing as you're being just dragged down into this portal. And that's where we're going to pick it up next time. Like, subscribe, comment. These guys are all going to die because I forgot there was a bunch of idiots around here. But who knows? Maybe they won't. Catch us next time. Bye, people.
Bye.
Thank you guys for checking out today's video. We post videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday for more glorious D&D content. Please like, comment, subscribe, throw it all down below. We always appreciate it. And we will see you guys next week.